What is going on, everybody? Crypto Clay here, tapping in with you. Hope everybody's having a great day wherever you are in the world. Let's take a look at the crypto market as a whole here. A little bit of sideways days. We got some greens, we got some reds. Touched on quant yesterday, so I'd like to see today. Yep, we got that 5% pullback. Sitting at about $188. I don't know if it's a good buy point. I don't know. I think quant, its price is going to do so well in the future that anything, I don't know, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say anything below $200 is a steal. If it really is going to hit $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, which I totally think is possible. So it's like, does it really matter? Let's check out TradingView's Bitcoin dominance chart, because I thought it was interesting. On the 5-day, I believe this is, the 5-day, we are losing. We have had a rough week for Bitcoin dominance. Why do I keep looking at Bitcoin dominance? Because, I have Bitcoin, but I'm heavier in altcoins, in utility alts. And so I'm hoping for like a delayed utility speculative run on the altcoins, but I don't know if it's going to happen. Nobody really knows what's going on. There's so many things going on in the world. I mean, shit's going down in Europe. I mean, come on. The Queen dies, boom, banks are collapsing. They started quantitative easing again over there. Things are getting bad, and it's gonna affect the whole world for sure. Definitely, that is for sure. So one thing, let's talk about XRP here for a minute. One thing I thought was interesting, just because I'm always researching and digging around and stuff, and I found on the IMF's page a presentation by, I'm going to butcher this, Sagar Sarbhai. Maybe that's how you say it. Anyway, in 2018, he made a presentation about Ripple XRP. So literally, you can go to the IMF website. If you were a bank or a financial institution or some moron like me on the internet, you can go there and check it out and see that they're teaching you since 2018 about Ripple XRP. Look, I downloaded the PDF. We got Ripple transforming global payments, enabling the Internet of Value. The Internet of Value enable the world to move money like information moves today. Overview of Ripple solutions. Look, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but they talk about X current, they talk about X rapid, they talk about the legacy connectivity. Sequential process creates problems. So they're showing the issue with the current system and showing how the Ripple way benefits you as a bank or whatever role you play in the financial system. Look, they mentioned ISO 222 in here, capable of running 24/7, 365. We got that real-time settlements, baby. Ripple, you know what they're talking about. Sorry, guys. It's really smoky in the air today. There's a fire, I don't know, like 100 miles away, and it's making it looks like gray and gloomy out, but it's pure fire smoke, and it's disgusting, and it's depressing. And thank you for letting me vent about it. But yeah, I mean, look who they mentioned here. Standard Charters, Westpac, Santander, Bank of America. I don't know what that is. MUFG. Got a target symbol, though. Maybe you guys can tell me what that is. I just thought it was interesting. You show up to the IMF, and boom, they're teaching you about Ripple XRP. Snapshot of our customers. Bank of America, Standard Charter, we talked about them. UBS, Mizuho, which I don't know what that is. American Express, SEB, BMO, SCB, Axis Bank, CIBC, AK Bank, Yes Bank, which I'm not familiar with some of those, but I'm not a banker, okay? I'm not a banking type of guy. I just thought this stuff was interesting. Look, they're even showing exchanges and their role, like Bitso, Bittrex. Fascinating. Go to IMF and they're teaching you about XRP and how it can help. So cool. So another deeper topic that I wanted to talk about was the God protocol, guys. And I would say that I think I'm a believer, at least in the concept. I think the possibility is there. But will humanity use this new technology, these new digital assets? Will we use them for good, or will we use them for darkness? And part of me thinks it's going to be a little bit of both, just because that's the nature of things, right? I mean, you walk out into the forest, yeah, there's life everywhere, but there's also death and pain and suffering, but that tango creates this beautiful place that we're in. And it's like, I think we're going to dance the dance. I think humanity is going to dance the dance. And I'm here to talk about the lighter side of it, and how this God protocol concept could free a lot of humanity from our current paradigm that enslaves us. And will there still be bondage in the future? Absolutely. So in 1997, a guy named Nick Szabo published this, and it's a concept about the God protocol. Now I'm just going to read a little bit of this, and then we'll talk a little bit. Imagine the ideal protocol. It would have the most trustworthy third party imaginable, a deity who is on everybody's side. All the parties would send their inputs to God. God would reliably determine the results and return the outputs, God being the ultimate in confessional discretion. No party would learn anything more about the other party's inputs than they could learn from their own inputs and the output. Alas, in our temporal world, we deal with humans rather than deities, yet too often we are forced to treat people in a nearly theological manner, because our infrastructure lacks the security needed to protect ourselves. That is so profound. Okay, I'm going to read that again. Alas, in the temporal world we deal with humans rather than deities, yet too often we are forced to treat people in a nearly theological manner. So we treat people as if we can trust them like a god. And you can't, because people are people. And you're going to have all kinds of people, right? And maybe different people become in control of different things over the years. So you can't really treat it like a deity, right? Yet that's what our system almost does. It almost treats banks and FIs as if they can't be corrupted, right? That's absolutely not true. So imagine a protocol that could interconnect all governments, all financial systems. I mean, it would be fascinating, and it would be astounding. Like, think instead, this is a movement that I call decentralize the Fed, decentralize the federal government. In my opinion, countries around the world no longer need their main centralized government anymore. Yes, we need government. It's a necessary evil, but I think we can mitigate some of the evil that comes with it by making it decentralized. And that's not saying you won't have employees for that government and that you won't have a military for that government. That's not true. You'll still have the human aspect to it. Just the governance will happen by a protocol. And I think the singular protocol, the God protocol that ties everything together, from Earth to what we have in space, to our financial systems, to our internet, to everything, to whatever metaverses that are going to be interoperable. I think the concept of one protocol to rule them all is a possibility, but I think something like that wouldn't occur until like hundreds, if not 1,000 years from now. I think it would need to happen in a transition, and the first transition, obviously, educate people, adopt digital asset technology, blockchain technology, DAGs, and who knows, some other type of coding that will come from this as well, not just DAG technology. But I think we're going to need an interconnected network in that transition period. And if I had to pick certain ones, I would think quant. People lean more towards Chainlink as something like that, but I think Chainlink is too centralized for that and plays a different role. And I think quant is closer to something of a God protocol potential, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. I really think it's going to be, instead of one protocol, it's going to be, you know, maybe 20 interconnecting the world for a long time, for a long time. And then maybe there will be another shift in our paradigm, and it will become a singular God protocol. Just an interesting topic I wanted to bring up. Something food for thought, right? I definitely think, I mean, imagine if you didn't have a government, or if you had a government that couldn't be corruptible because you're relying on an immutable protocol. It would be really cool. I mean, like every person in the democracy could have voting power or delegating power to the nodes, and the nodes are states, and the states are the validators that validate for what occurs on the decentralized network that is the federal government. I don't know. You know where I'm going with this, right? These are things that need to be brought up, that need to be talked about, because I think they have the potential to connect humanity and free us from certain bondages that our current paradigm has. And that's all I want to say about that. But also, last video I brought up this photograph, and I want to bring it up again, okay? It's Brad Garlinghouse with the Director of Monetary Markets of the IMF, Christine Lagarde, Chairman of the Saudi Arabian Monetary Authority, Chief Exec Hong Kong Monetary Authority, blah, blah, blah. We've seen this picture a bunch, right? I just want to point out how interesting this is, right? The reason I'm bringing it up is because it reminds me of the Last Supper, doesn't it? And I counted the people. 1, 2, there's actually another guy right here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's his reflection, actually. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 people. Yeah, there's more than one cup on here, but there is a chalice in the Last Supper painting of Leonardo da Vinci. So we got one right here in the center. You know, according to the painting, this would be Christ, but I don't think they're trying to get that detailed. I just found, and I don't even know if it's on purpose, guys. This might be something beyond. Like, I think we only see what we're supposed to see, and like this photo has been shared so many times on the internet and by different content creators. It's like we had to have been shown this photo on purpose. You think they're just letting people in there anytime, taking photos of these people? No. I don't believe so. I don't think it's what's happening. I think some of this is intentional. They're kind of like hinting, and anybody who can see and anybody who's aware can see that, like what Rumi says, everything seen has roots in the unseen. So they're trying to give you a little bit of seen to hint at what's going on in the unseen realm, right? And so there's 12 people in here, right? We got the chalice in the middle, but also this is the icing on the cake, right? It's all, what I'm saying is some kind of weird speculation, right? I get it, right? It's just some weird conspiracy theory jargon, right? We could call it that, or at least I'll see it from that perspective, just for conversation's sake. But check this out. We got the number 7 right here, important number in numerology, and we got the number 6, right? 76. This isn't an accident, people, and this is my proof that I'll show you that none of this, of what they allow us to see, is an accident. And we'll go into here. We'll go into the Gematrinator, which is another gematria-based calculator. This one's really cool because you can plug in all the different ciphers and everything. I'm going to delete what I had in there, even though you probably just saw it. So we got English ordinal, we got the reduction, we got the reverse reduction, and we got Chaldean. You know, and I'm not an expert decoder. I'm not expert at using numerology and astrology and things like that. But the code is so powerful that even my novice ass, my basic ass, can use it to try and paint a silhouette of something that we can't see. Okay, so let's type in Ripple right here. And Ripple, sorry, I'm spelling it wrong. Ripple is an English word. So it's best to look at the English ordinal, which is the first one, and it equals the number 76. Fascinating, guys. 76 here. We got 76. We got Ripple people meeting at the IMF, guys. You can't make this stuff up, you know. And like I said in the last video, it's important not to make dots and then connect strings that aren't there and then believe them to be true. But that doesn't mean you can't gain insight on the fact that something deeper is probably going on. This is Crypto Clay, tapping out. Peace and love. Have a good one wherever you are. Later.